Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition with me, Bring It Down. So you can both see and hear this brown bear right now. Just a second ago when I was about to start recording, you could not see that brown bear, but you could hear him. I thought my headset was broken. I was sitting here trying to figure out what that noise was.
You need me?
Like, you can still hear it in the background. You hear like the brown bears over here breathing heavily.
Huh? At once.
Oh man, I was scared. I was like, oh no, my headset.
Yeah, I'm here to help.
It's broken. Anyway, we're going to explore the northern side of the island in this episode. Confront the beasts. Also, we have a lot of side quests here to,
Hello. And steel on steel. The stuff of legend.
Hi,
Right,
Palin.
Boo?
Good day to you, strangers. Excuse my, abruptness, but I would ask your assistance. Just east of this place, there are monsters. They're attacking a small group of people. Please, if you have hearts, come and help me fight. Lead the way. Let us show these beasts the face of fear. This way, this way.
What could I... At once.
Here we be. Where might these fearsome monsters be? They're here. Come out, brothers.
Go
My
for the
blade
eyes,
will
Boo.
cut you down
Go
to
for the
size.
eyes.
There's the dolly, or what's her face.
My blade will cut you down to size.
So as you can see, the werewolves are they're already not as easy as a lot of our other recent encounters. A lot of people have a lot of trouble with Werewolf Island.
For justice. Oh no.
Especially with the like the boss of Werewolf Island, because I think only +3 weapons will actually hit or hurt him.
Oh no. Go for the eyes, Boo. Go for the eyes.
And there's only, a scant few +3 weapons in the game. So if you don't have access to those,
For right.
then you're in trouble.
Oh no. Yes, I'm here to help.
Despite how difficult they are, they're only worth 1,400 experience. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so surprised that spiders are worth 1,400 experience, because they're nowhere near as difficult as the werewolves.
You're a queer fellow.
Let's go ahead and heal up Khalid a little bit.
What can I do to help? You need me?
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
For right.
My heart's really not in this.
Run if you wish. You'll knock it back here. For justice.
Also, I don't think there's even enough +3 weapons in the game to equip your whole party. Unless you want to use cursed items and then also equip... Unless you just have a whole bunch of frontliners. Because most of the +3 weapons are...
stranger.
Most of the +3 weapons are melee weapons. We have that +3 sling, I think, and then that's... And there's that +3 quarterstaff as well. But that's it, I think. Then there's the axe you can get, the two-handed sword you can get, the two-handed sword that I have. So like, sorry, the axe and the other two-handed sword are both the cursed weapons of berserking. Then I have the +3 World's Edge. And then Khalid technically has a +3 weapon right now. It's a +1, but +3 when fighting regenerating enemies. Yeah, anyway. Maine, new actors in our little drama. Who might you be? Shipwrecked sailors, perhaps? Feeling somewhat cryptic today, are you? Somewhat. You're certainly braver than the cattle inside the village. You leave the safety of the palisade with a confident stride and a dangerous look about you. Those fools within are frightened of their own shadows. And what of you? Here you stand, alone and open to attack. I'm not without my defenses, brash one. What does Cassius ask of you? She asked that we destroy the wolf beasts in their lair. Karug will have something to say about that, no doubt. Now that you're Kaisha's lackey, what do you get out of it? We will gain escape from the island. The boat that we arrived on was shipwrecked on the reefs. Fool, Karug will eat you alive. Confront him in his lair if you must. Cassius will not allow an outsider on her ship anyway.
What could... I'm here to help.
Okay. Well, we'll see about that. If I take on werewolves, I can take on the other folk.
Fools to cross my path.
Ah! Retreat! And turn around. Alright, the Siren Queen. Halt, land dwellers. Who gave you leave to approach my home? I am Donald, and these are my companions. Perhaps you could explain what happened to that fellow behind you. I doubt that you would understand. Nevertheless, I will attempt to explain. I am a Siren, and as such, must mate with a human male. My song lures them to me, and the males are most happy to oblige. Normally, both parties will benefit from the exchange. It is my time to mate, so I lured this fisherman to me. He attacked me and tried to force himself upon me. When my song no longer affected him, I took more drastic measures. This monster deserved to die. Perhaps even land dwellers can understand that. Is she evil? I should have checked beforehand. You did what you had to do. We would have done no less. We wish only to retrieve the body and leave you be. Well spoken, land dweller. You may have the monster's corpse, if such is your wish.
You need me?
Alright, let us check. Is she evil?
Yes, nope. At once.
So I made the right call. If she was evil, I would have killed her right there, so.
What can I do to help?
Why am I? Oh, because I have the body. Come back, guys. I need to give that to Minsk.
I'll do my best.
Because he's, you know, stupid strong.
You need me? I'm here to help.
I really wish there was some sort of music playing while I was walking through this area.
I'm not in this.
Oh, whoops. There we go.
Run if you wish. You... Only what you deserve.
My heart's really not in this.
Alright, who's going to level up next? That's what I'm curious about. So yeah, Minsk and myself aren't going to level up anymore. She might. Where's she at? She's level 9. Yeah, she won't level up again either. She can only get 10,000 more experience. She'll level up one more time at least. Yes, we're almost done with level ups entirely. It's kind of sad. I feel like leveling up is one of the most important aspects of an RPG.
What you want?
I'll just send M1 ahead to clear out this
I'm gone.
little area.
Yes. At once.
Salutations.
What's up, Kryla? Oh, please help me. They killed poor Jondal. If this Jondal is dead, then he was weak and should have never been born. Oh, man. Who killed Jondal? The Wolfmen. They attacked us as we searched for roots in the forest. Please avenge my Jondal. He was so young. In vengeance you shall get, my lady. Lead on. They are this way. Please kill them. I am so frightened.
What could I'm here to help.
Jondal, I brought you a feast. Of course you have. Uh-oh. Hey, I need to get back.
Justice. You need me?
Go for the eyes, fool! Go for
Nope.
the eyes!
For the fallen!
Only what you
There we go.
deserve.
My blade will cut you down to size.
No. Oh, no. What can I do to help? You need me?
You've a task?
Yes. What can I do to help? You need me?
Alright, cool.
I'm here to help.
Everybody's in the clear. Yeah, nobody here can be trusted. It's kind of their shtick. Alright, so I think this is where a wizard lives. Here is, I believe, the
At once.
Balduran ship.
You're not figments, are you? I'm not wasting any more time talking to figments.
Alright, Dradeel. Can it be? After so long? By Saloon's blade, I am saved. Do I know you, sir? Saved. Do you need assistance, sir? Assistance. I need to get off this cursed island. May I ask who you are? Forgive me. I've not had guests for several centuries. I am Dradeel, mage and recent convert to the Church of Saloon. Or Saluna. I think it's actually Saluna. I was the guide for Balduran's brave adventures to Anchorome and beyond. That was long ago. I've lived here for countless years, alone except for the occasional skirmishes with the diseased ones. They haven't attacked for some time. They fear me, it seems. But the younger ones refuse to learn the lessons of their fathers. Periodically, I believe it to be every generation or so, they will attack and learn the lessons that those who came before have already learned. I no longer have a taste for battle, but they are abominations and not fit for this world. I suspect that they can even be cured of the condition. I write my theories in the diary that I keep. It seems to help me remain balanced amongst this horror. Do you mean to say that you sailed with Balduran? My employer would be very interested to meet you. He would like to know what happened. We sailed to far Anchorome, 200 strong. We returned with half our brethren dead on the Golden Land's shores. But Balduran was ever the successful adventurer. He wrested a king's ransom and treasure from the cursed lord of Anchorome before we were forced back to the ship and expelled from their shores. The cursed lord's power haunts me still. Those monstrosities out there are the product of our travails in Anchorome. 'Twas a bitter wind that carried us homeward, and we revelled not in our newfound wealth. We came upon this island quite by accident, and stopped to renew our dwindling supply of fresh water. I led the landing party, while Balduran set the remaining crew to repairing the sails and fishing for fresh food. My party was hardly out of earshot of the ship when the curse struck. The blood still stains my robes. Excuse me for interrupting, but your robes seem perfectly clean to me. No, I can feel it. It covers me. Okay. Okay, you were saying? They changed, of course. It was so sudden. We were speaking about what we intended to do when we arrived home. Galan died first, his throat torn open by one of the changed men. I couldn't tell who killed him, of course, since they were unrecognizable in their changed forms. I reached for the wand that I carried in my robes, but the abominations moved too quickly. Of the 10 sailors in my party, 7 were lycanthropes. We had no chance. 2 of them leaped at me, while the others feasted on the bodies of other sailors. I cast lightning with my wand and killed one of the shapeshifters. The other wolf hit me with great force. I was thrown back against a tree, and I knew no more. I awoke in the dark several hours later. At first I believed I was dead, but when I tried to rise, the pain in my head dispelled that myth. There was blood everywhere. So much blood. The body of the lycanthrope I had killed lay several feet away, draped over Galen's ravaged corpse. I retched at the sight of my friend, so cruelly killed. I cast one of the few spells I had, invisibility, wagering that if a lycanthrope caught scent of me, they would believe that they were smelling nothing more than a corpse. I crawled painfully back to the beach. The ship was half sunk in the surf, a huge hole in her side, as if a giant had punched through her in a rage. There was a smoldering fire on the deck, and in that sickly light I could see the bodies of the ship's crew, gutted and hung in the rigging like so much meat. Sickened and in despair, I crawled back into the woods. Dawn arrived, and I came upon this ancient village. This hut was sunk in the sandy soil, and I crawled inside to hide and barred the way behind me with my final spell. After a short and fretful sleep, I managed to find where the hut had broken through into this cave. To this point, I have survived on freshwater stream and a peculiar sightless fish that lives in the calm pools below. In these 300 years, I have found some favor with Selûne. She has granted me a few spells and wards to better protect my precarious home. I haven't left these caves for many years, as I haven't had the power to defend myself for long. Mayhaps you could remedy that. Yeah, I'd be glad to help. Truly, I am in your debt. The lycanthrope's lair is in Balduran's ship. My spellbook lies within it. With it, I am a powerful mage. Without it, I am the pauper that stands before you. These few words I cast are gifts of pity from Selûne. I have turned to the goddess in my fear and solitude. Perhaps my lengthy imprisonment is but a penance so that I might become worthy of the goddess. I digress. With my spellbook retrieved, I may be able to discover a way off the island. If you go to destroy the lycanthrope's lair, I would ask that you find my book. And where might this book be found in the ship? My spellbook is in a chest in my cabin. The cabin is next to Balduran's on the level just below the decks. Please hurry back with it. This amulet is all that I can offer you as protection against the lycanthropes. Should you need to rest, I hope that my humble abode will serve you well.
Yep, I'm gone.
The recipes and ruminations of one Dradeel to Thyr. I'm going to read that real quick. Formerly, a lovely bun cake brightens anyone's day. The recipes herein are mine own imagining, and thus ingredients are subject to change as per my whim. Belladonna bun cake, a simple little dish for a rainy afternoon. Corn flour, the eggs of a seabird, a spoon of the white-cap fungus, the fruit of your choice for sweetening, 1 small measure of the belladonna root. Prepare as one would a bread loaf, though less time given to the rising. Bake in a well-stoked hearth under leaves for 1 turn of the hourglass. Notes to myself. Refrain from eating this ever again. Exceptionally poisonous. Remember the unfortunate week on the kitchen floor. Dradeel's vegetable surprise. A dish that turned out surprisingly edible. Not recommended as the primary meal every day for 300 years. Some disorientation may result. Place 2 cups of virgin Netherese olive oil and 1 large chopped onion in a large pot. Sauté onions in oil over medium fire until onions begin to become clear. Sauté for an additional 3 minutes. Add 1 and 1.5 quarts of water and bring to a boil. Add 2 diced and peeled potatoes, 1 cup of white wine. I find that a Mythrinian vintage is perfect. 1 bay leaf, 2 diced tomatoes, and 1 chopped parsley to taste. Cook covered over medium smallish fire until vegetables are almost tender. Add 2 cups of chopped spinach and cook for an additional 15 minutes. Serve hot and garnish with grated cheese. Note: for Orcish version, replace all ingredients with turnips. Curative ingredients for the dispelling of lycanthropy. Mother's family recipe. Notes. Mother's topical salve is a rather large failure. I researched further with the following in mind. The creatures on this island are unusual beyond their splitting into two factions. Theirs is an odd curse, one that defies the traditional remedies, such as the unfortunately dangerous muffins previous. Then one is not without hope. The exotic origin of the original stock suggests a unique enchantment, not unlike that of the more widely known vampiric afflictions. The casual bite might be averted using such things as the belladonna flower, but an intentional infection could actually require the extermination of the leader of the clan. This is merely conjecture, of course, as I have been unable to examine said leader. Despite my strange immunity, his is a strength that could still inflict a measure of serious damage upon my physical form. He and I have spoken on occasion, though his tolerance of me is no more resilient than mine is of him. Further notes to myself. Future offerings of peace to either of the woven clans should not take the form of muffins of any sort. The bachelor's crutch. Noodles of quality and convenience. Ingredients. A measure of noodles, boiling water, container. Combined ingredients in container. Enjoy. Oh yes, enjoy. Notes to myself. Should probably be supplemented with something of nutritional value, lest my bones become brittle as chalk. Perhaps the container? And that was a ramen joke. Alright, I don't think he cares if we break into this.
I care not this way.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Which is perfect. Because I need him not to care. Alright, staff mace +2. This weapon appears to be a normal large walking staff, but has a faint aura of alteration magic. Uttering the command word causes the staff to assume the attributes of a mace, allowing it to be wielded with one hand. This is likely designed for clerics or druids, though that does not preclude use by most others. And what does she currently have? Mighty Oak +2, so I could equip this. Yeah. So +2, 1 to 6, +2 crushing. 2 to 4, +2 crushing. Higher minimum damage, and I think it's a cooler weapon. What else does this do? Anything? Speed factor 2. Yeah, it's... I think that'll be fine.
Yes. At once.
Right, I don't think we can talk to him about his journal. Yeah, we can't. But his journal seems to indicate that the other group of, the settlers that we agreed to help are also werewolves. Which would reinforce the, what that one sailor had told us, not to trust anybody on the island. Because nothing is as it seems. Khalid, why are you encumbered? Was that it?
What could I...
Alright.
Nature's servant awaits.
You need me?
Art's really not in this.
All right.
Oh, art's really not in this.
Only what you deserve.
Oh, art's really not in this.
They wish my ear.
You're a queer fellow.
Alright, Moen, what should you be using against the lycanthropes? We can equip that.
I'm here to help.
I mean, fire always seems like a good choice against lycanthropes, right? Alright, so before we go into the ship of Balduran, I think it's called the Wandering Eye. I want to go back and turn in a couple of these other quests. Just to empty some of our inventory.
What you want? I've done had enough of this.
Alright, she does not need to be
Yes,
confronting wolves
at
by
once.
herself.
For right.
And they are just regular wolves. She could probably take them on, but
What can I need? I'm here to help.
no need to risk that.
Cut you down to size.
Oh man, there's a lot of them. Okay. I think they were like stacked on top of each other.
For right. And I always am.
For just no, no.
For the fallen!
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
For the fallen!
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
For right.
Except, I think Balduran's ship is a full dungeon. I could be wrong. So let's get started on these quests real quick, just to be safe.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
I need to talk to the girl about her doll. I need to talk to... I think somebody over here for the cloak. So where's the cloak at? Yeah, this cloak is a holy artifact of the inhabitants of the island village. An item with more symbolic value than actual enchantments, as it is a remnant from when they first arrived on the island. Was it
Yep.
Jelani?
I've done had enough of this. You seem interesting. I'm not used to such as you.
Ah, you've returned and look hopeful. I trust in you. Have you the cloak as I asked? I do, but I wonder what I should request in return. Perhaps a few questions you might answer. You wish to listen while I speak? There are few of the village who take an interest in history, and I delight in the telling. None are very clear, I fear. We are not concerned with records when first we came. They are embellished, though with good intent, I am sure. You're welcome to stand a while by me, if you wish, good sir. Nothing would please me greater. Tell me of yourself. Myself? I am flattered, but there is little to say. My great-great-grandmother came to the shore of the ship on the ship home, but lived not long. I was born not a leap to the south of here, long after the beasts were cast out, and here I live. We kept the stories, but I say they were tainted by bad memory and superstition. We're all pups in the larger sight. Our people are young. Ah, but I asked about you, and you have changed the subject. Are you happy here? Do the dangers not frighten you? The interest is charming, to say the least. No, I'm not frightened here. We're not weak, just few in number. Our pack is strong within, and the wall keeps those away that would harm. I am happy that there is much out there, yes? Perhaps I'll see someday. I like how I can't confront her about calling her people a pack, but okay. Yeah, perhaps the day is close at hand. You're smarter than your fellows, and would do well on the mainland. I could take you away from here. I beg pardon? If you please, talk not to me like that. I am suddenly uncomfortable. Okay. Oh no, okay, yeah, I didn't realize it was going to take this creepy turn. My sincerest apologies, milady. I meant no disrespect. Please, speak of your people. What of them would you hear? We came to this place long ago on a ship home, from farther west than the light sets. The explorer chartered with us, and we set to the seas. The elders speak of the great storm, though some say the storm came from within. We that belong here to be cast aside, and fought the explorers we did. Much was lost, but this island won. We live alone and are plagued by the beasts, but slaves to none and live as free. What do you mean when you say you belong? We belong. There's little more to it. If you were to stay, you would have to belong as well. We're a people that lives here as one. You're an outsider, as are the beasts. They are more obvious, but I think you're alike some ways. We have evil among our number alike, but we are respecting. What happened to Balduran? It is his ship that supposedly wrecked here. Balduran, the explorer who shipped and collected, who would rather scuttle than free. The others did not see his fate. None wished or cared. He can live among the beasts for all that we care. We are better than they and he. What happened on this ship that caused the wreck? None are alive to tell. Ages have gone and the dead lay asleep. Tales are of no real truth, only symbols. We were bound, then we freed. Others fought, but we lived to grow. Beyond that is future, and none know that. Unless you practice divination, of course. Alright, you have a rich history, even for such a short one. I've enjoyed hearing it. And I the telling. Perhaps I have one last task I should ask of you. Are you willing? If it you wish, I will make it so. A small thing, smaller than the last. I have need of a few simple flowers from just beyond the wall. They grow in only a few places, and I find them strangely alluring, as with a few other things. Would you bring me one or two? I have a special purpose for them. I will return as soon as possible. Please do. I will be here. I already have the flowers.
Seem interesting.
Have you brought back?
I'm not used to such as you.
Have you brought back those flowers I asked for, Donald? I eagerly await them. I have them here, as you requested. I thank you. Beautiful, are they not? They smell so strongly of I know not what. These will do nicely for what I had in mind. They are for you. They grow in only a few places, as does friendship, and more. Take them from me, and this kiss as well. I think well of you. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder if she can get a unique ending. Let's see. A better payment I could not think of, but should it end there? Come with me when I leave, and I'll show you the world. Leave? No, I cannot. Some others might wish to, but there is no place for us elsewhere. You cannot know. No, I must stay, and you will have to go. I've enjoyed our time and will think of you well, but now I must stop this. Leave me, please. Yeah, she can't leave. Is it Farthing that need the
I care not.
doll?
I've done had enough of this.
You smell.
Alright, thanks for my dolly. I'm so happy you brought it back. I just want to hug you and, pet you and stuff. Bye-bye.
Yes.
And then she wants to pet us? Yeah.
What can I do to help?
If I hadn't read his journal, it'd been pretty obvious that these people are also werewolves, with a lot of the, things that they say. Yeah, so Balduran decided to scuttle the shuttle, scuttle the shuttle. Scuttle the ship so that the werewolf curse wouldn't spread. So we don't need the rest of these. I think we just completed the quests. Oh wait, I have somebody's body. Evel's brother's corpse. Let's turn that in.
I'm here to help.
Forgot all about that quest. We'll turn that in, and then off camera I'll probably return back to what's-his-face's hut, rest, and prepare for the assault on Balduran's ship.
You are different.
Is that all he's gonna say? Okay. It's as I feared. Thank you for returning his body. I'm in your debt, friends. Alright,
I'm here
let's
to
go
help.
back north. I think that's all the quests. Dradeel spellbook. I never want to talk to Gork the Diseased. Where's Merrily at?
You're a queer fellow. I've done had enough of this.
Is she the one that was down here? Did we find her child? She's probably on the ship, honestly.
I don't know you. You are a stranger.
Yeah, so I think he's on the ship.
Yes, at once.
They were once bound, but
What
now
can
they are
I do
free.
to help?
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
It's a weird way of phrasing that. Alright, screw it. I'll just show the journey back to Dradeel's
Only what you did.
home.
I'm here to help. You need me? Huh?
Since we're almost there anyway. Who knows, you guys might get to see more combat before we get there. So I actually have more health than Khalid does. Khalid has more health because he's wearing the Helm of Balduran,
I'm
which gives
here
him
to
5
help.
health. If it weren't for that, I'd have 1 more health than he does.
Yes.
Alright, let's rest.
At once.
What you want? This way.
What could I do to
Gorion would
help?
be proud of your actions.
Alright, next episode we'll enter Balduran's ship and confront the werewolves or the beasts within and look for a way off the island. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode.